name's Bree, and today my client Katie, I'm going to be bringing her through 2 exercises. She's recovering from a mild ankle sprain, so we're going to do body weight squats and calf raises. But before we do that, we're going to do a few manual muscle tests. The first manual muscle test we're going to do is knee extension. So I'm going to have you kick your left foot up. Okay, bring it down a little bit. Now resist against me pushing you down, so don't let me push your leg down. Okay, do you have any pain during this movement?
No.
Okay. Now we're going to do a manual muscle test to test her hamstrings. So can you go ahead, bring your leg up and then push against my hand? Push. Okay. Do you have any pain with that movement?
No pain.
Now we're going to do a manual muscle test. It's going to test Katie's overall posterior chain strength. So Katie, go ahead and lift your glutes up. Good. Do that one more time. Do you have any pain with that movement?
No.
Okay, try one more time and now pick your toes up. Is there any pain associated with it?
No pain.
Now we're going to do a manual muscle test to assess Katie's overall lower leg strength, as well as to see if there's any imbalances between the left foot and the right foot. So Katie, go ahead and hold the wall for support, and then step up just using your left foot only. So pick your right leg up, and then do calf raise. Do it one more time. Then now your right foot. Do you have any pain?
No.
Now I'm going to go over the grades Katie received on her manual muscle tests, why I gave those grades, and the anatomical analysis that goes along with each of the manual muscle tests I performed on Katie. So first, we started by testing the quadriceps, glutes, and hamstrings, which are the main muscle groups that support squatting and hip stability. For the quads, they're located on the front of the thigh. Katie extended her knee against resistance with full control and no pain. These muscles work the knee joint, attaching from the upper thigh bone or femur down into the top of the shin bone or tibia through the patellar tendon. Next, for the gluteus maximus, Katie performed a glute bridge to demonstrate overall posterior chain strength. The glute max works at the hip joint to extend the hips and stabilize the pelvis. It attaches from the back of the pelvis and sacrum and inserts into the femur and iliotibial band, helping control hip motion and maintain posture. In addition to this movement, I had Katie pick her toes up and do this movement again, placing more stress on the quads, and she experienced no pain, and the joints were still able to move. Without any significant factors holding her back. For the hamstrings, they're located on the back of the thigh. Katie completed full knee flexion smoothly with no discomfort. The hamstrings cross both the hip and knee joints, attaching from the bottom of the pelvis and inserting into the tibia and fibula. They help bend the knee and extend the hip, working together with glutes during squatting and bridging. All 3 of these muscle groups earned a grade of 3 out of 3, which is the highest possible score on this scale. That means Katie demonstrated full range of motion, good strength, and no pain during any of the tests. Next, I tested her calf muscles using a single leg calf raise to check for side-to-side balance and strength. The main muscles here are the gastrocnemius and soleus, which create plantar flexion, the movement that points the toes and lifts the heel. Anatomically, the gastrocnemius crosses both the knee and ankle joints. It starts on the lower part of the femur and helps with pushing movements. The soleus sits underneath it and only crosses the ankle joint, attaching from the upper tibia and fibula. Both of these muscles come together to form the Achilles tendon, which inserts into the heel bone. Katie performed the single leg calf raises with even strength on both sides, lifting through full range of motion and with slow control and 0 pain. Due to this, she also earned a 3 out of 3 here, showing strong plantar flexion and good ankle stability. Now I'm going to show Katie how to do a body weight squat and calf raises. To do body weight squats proper form, feet a little bit past shoulder width apart. Then you want to go down to a little bit about below parallel or at least parallel, and you don't want to let your knees cave in. So here. And then for the calf raise, you can just grab this, go ahead and go up, and hold. Do you have any questions?
No questions.
Okay, now I'm going to walk Katie through it. So your feet are a little too close together, so bring them out a little further. Okay, go ahead and try one. Okay, try one more time, and then kind of touch your knees.
Yes.
Okay, go down. So keeping your knee, but not letting them cave in. Nice. Do a couple more. Try and go a little bit lower if you can, and squeeze your core. Nice. When I coached Katie through the body weight squat, her first cue was to stand with her feet shoulder width apart and toes slightly pointed out for balance. I reminded her to keep her chest lifted, core tight, and eyes forward throughout the movement. As she lowered down, I told her to push her hips back like she's sitting in a chair, while keeping her knees tracking over her toes and not caving inward. During the movement, I noticed her knees were caving inward, so I asked if I could help position her knees in a better position so they wouldn't fall inwards. I reminded her to press her heels to come back up, which helped engage her glutes and hamstrings safely. During the reps, Katie maintained good posture and control at the end, although there is still some room for growth with her form and her chest not leaning too far forward. I noticed a slight lean during her repetitions, and that's when I was trying to coach her to pick her chest back up. Overall, she performed the squat with proper form, balance, and no pain, and showed strong coordination of the glutes, quads, and hamstrings working together at the hip and knee joints. If I wanted to progress this movement, we'll eventually move into barbell back squats or some type of weighted squat. Try the calf raise. Keep going. Nice. Next, I coached Katie through double leg calf raises to work on ankle stability and plantar flexion strength. I started by cueing her to stand tall, hold the wall for support, and have her feet hip width apart, and to engage her core to avoid swaying. I asked her to slowly rise onto her toes, squeezing the calves at the top, and then lower back down with control, avoiding bouncing or rushing through the motion. My cues during this movement were lift through the balls of your feet, not your toes, keep your ankles from rolling out or in, move slow and controlled on both the way down and the way up. As she performed, I observed good balance and even strength on both sides. Her ankles stayed stable and she had full range of motion with no pain. Because she previously completed single leg calf raises with a score of 3, this double leg version confirmed strong gastrocnemius and soleus engagement and equal plantar flexion through the ankles. If I wanted to challenge her progression later, I'd add a tempo hold at the top or single leg variations on an elevated surface, eventually moving up to weighted calf raises. To summarize, Katie demonstrated safe and effective movement patterns in both the squat and calf raise exercises. My coaching focused on posture, alignment, and control movement to ensure proper muscle activation and safety. By first doing manual muscle testing to be sure it was safe to proceed with the exercises, and by giving clear cues and correction during the exercises, I was able to help her maintain correct form and improve awareness of how her body moves. Overall, her performance showed strong lower body strength, balance, and control.